What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night. It's time for Super Geeked Up. Yeah!
Right. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Super Geeked Up. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jeff. This is your live geeky pop culture show. We're going to talk zany, geeky topics, play super fun, geek-themed improv games. I am joined, as always, by my co-host from Sincere Sarcasm. It is Fernandez.
Bonjour, bonjour. Je ne sais quoi.
Oh, I like the French. That's
now.
nice.
Tish, that's French.
And we are joined by awesome guests. They were on last season. Actually, well, Matt's been on a few times. But they're both from the Knights of the Roll Table podcast. It is Matt Messerman and Jen Crespo.
Hey, everyone.
So,
Thanks for having us back.
Thanks for being here. All right. And also, for those of you who saw, Matt was actually also part of our Dragoncon Super Geeked Up show that we did on Friday night. And actually, I want to give a huge shout out and big thanks to all you guys out there who watched any of the 4 panels that I was on as part of Dragoncon, and definitely the Super Geeked Up one that Matt was part of. But we had a lot of Super Geeked Up viewers I saw in all those shows that we did live. So thank you guys. You guys rock. It was awesome seeing you all in there. Yeah. All right. So let's see. We got a lot of people in the chat already. Thank you guys for watching. That's great. I'm glad you found the stream because YouTube changed some stuff on us. So that was good that you're here. I'm very happy.
we fear change.
Yeah. All right. Jalous. Okay. Oh, Jalous has not seen a live stream. To reload it. Sure. Yes. Reload. I think he's seen it now. Okay.
I think that was from earlier.
Right. I see.
I was trying to soothe.
Soothing. That's good. Good job, Jen.
Got you.
All right, so guys, we're going to play superhero sound effects in a little bit. We're going to do Universal Translator later in the show. We're going to talk about, lots of medieval style stuff. That's what we themed it this week because of the Knights of the Roll Table. It's all medieval up in your ass or whatever. I don't know.
You're welcome.
Whoa, hold on.
I didn't know that butt stuff was in that period of history, but please go on.
Oh, of course it was. Why would it not be?
I'm not touching this.
Anyway, let's just get to the first. Let's just get to the first geeky question. Francis, take it away.
Yes, well, we do this show not during the day, but in the evening. So if you were a knight, what kind of nightly competitions or activities would you most want to do?
I see what you did there.
So in the chat, folks, we want to hear your answers. If you were a knight, what kind of thing would you want to do as a knight? Also, by the way, Mark says Jeff is going medieval with the bus stop. That's right.
We do get medieval with the bus stop.
Hey, listen,
it's such a
during
treat.
Dragoncon,
It's
we
such a
had
treat
to
being here.
PG-13 Dragoncon, so now I'm just getting it all out tonight.
Every time you guys have us on, I learn more about you. It's really, really beautiful.
Good. I learned a lot about you on the pre-show, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go on. No, that's okay.
Yeah, no filters.
Yeah,
Right.
So let's talk about knights, right? Cool.
So first off, Jalou says, "Oh boy, avoid the Black Plague." Okay, that's good to do. Yes, absolutely.
That's
All right, we got that one out of the way. Now let's maybe do some fun night stuff. So Jen, since you are in the SCA, you can tell people what that is. Maybe why don't you go?
The SCA. Yeah, I dropped that beforehand. So the SCA is the Society for Creative Anachronism, which basically means we dress up pretty much anything that's pre-Queen Elizabeth and go camping and do day events. And so, I know people that actually are knights in the SCA. But that being said, I am not a knight in the SCA. So I think if anything, I'd either do a pike, the big stick behind the shield wall, stabbing people, or do some archery, basically ranged combat. I paid a lot for my orthodontia, so I'd like to keep it intact as much as possible.
Nice. All right.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that is.
My answer would be ranged weaponry as well, for similar reasons, but mostly because I'm just a chicken and I don't want to be up involved.
Would you use the longbow, or would you want a crossbow or something?
Crossbow seems like the one that I would probably be the most adept at.
Your reload time on the crossbow, though, is going to be your issue. So you better either have a kick-ass shield wall or...
Oh, no, I'm shooting through the arrow slits in the castle.
Oh wow!
He wants to be super protected.
I am not going near. I don't.
But at that point, why wouldn't you just go full trebuchet?
I would be down with that if I could. Yeah, actually, that's true. Realistically speaking, if I was in medieval times, I don't think it's really a knight thing to use a trebuchet, but
I mean,
I would certainly be building that stuff.
Don't get me started on like knights and why there are knights, because that's a whole other
Oh,
conversation.
you'd be an engineer.
I would absolutely be an engineer. I'm an engineer in real life. I guess the other knightly thing I'd want to do would just be to own land by marrying a rich heiress. I mean, I think that's the thing that knights did. So,
They did,
I-
yeah. They owned land. Yeah, knights were very.
In the chat, Jalou says everyone loves trebuchet. That's true. I think trebuchets are awesome. I actually got to see a full-size one fire in England when I was
Me too.
over there in Warwick Castle. Did you? Oh, that's awesome.
that's where I was.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Did you
It'd
also
be really
glam?
amazing if we were there at the same time, because this was like way before we knew each other.
No, it was not. No, I was just there like last year. Did you also
Okay, never mind.
glamp on? They have, you can do the glamour camping, glamping, and they're like in their permanent tents that are outside.
I
It was
did
actually
not,
not
no.
bad. It's a tent with a bed inside of it. Is what glamping
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
I know what
had
glamping
electricity.
is, but I didn't know they did it.
So for the record, in the SCA, it is basically glamping. Most of us do for that as well. www.sca.org. Come check it out. It looks like there's a couple people here that actually participate, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Mark says I took fencing lessons with the SCA when I was in college. Lots of fun.
Dope. Love that rapier combat. Super fun.
Yeah, he also says if I was a knight, I would go all Dark Knight and fight crime. I actually
Yeah.
would like to see a medieval knight Batman version.
There-
We do have a Black Panther. Like we have a guy in I forget if he's with the West or Kaid, but he does a full Black Panther kit, and he even like in his armor did the whole clawed necklace and the helm. It's awesome.
Nice.
That is awesome. I think there actually is a Dark Knight comic where it is actually
Medieval.
like kind of like
That's
Marvel
awesome.
Marvel 1608, but DC. I think
Yeah.
there's a similar thing to that.
They put like Batman everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
Dope.
is awesome.
Necrodia says, well, if I was a knight, I would definitely be Halloween night because it's the best time of year. All right. I agree, it's the best time of year.
I got my spoopies. I got my skeletons on because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
September, which is close enough.
yeah,
Halloween season.
it is.
Let's see. Tammy says chivalry and all that romantic stuff. All right, very nice. Charles says pumpkin chucking. I think like throwing pumpkins, I guess.
Shoot them with you launch them with the trebuchet.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, that'd
It's a
be good.
technical term, I suppose.
So I would want to joust. That's what I would do. I think that's
You
what-
could
well, I
still
mean,
go up to medieval times, man.
Yeah.
Get a part-time gig.
Yeah, I've seen like at Renaissance fairs, I've seen people joust, and it's like they go like hardcore, man. Like they go full out.
I feel like jousting would be really bad on your back.
Oh, it's terrible. Like it would be so many injuries to your like knees and back and
bad for your it's bad for your front too. I would
yeah.
say.
Just thinking of that
It looks so much
impact,
fun.
you know.
I just worry about the ponies.
Oh.
Like I just hope they don't get scurred.
I don't. Do they? I don't think they do. Right? That's why they have the
Oh.
blinders on, right? They have blinders usually, so they don't see the.
They're not scared until they are.
That's true. Oh yeah, yeah. No scared horses. Yeah, that's good. No, yeah, that's not.
Tammy says I worked for a company that had a cannon that would shoot a 2x4 at 250 miles per hour. Always wanted to shoot it across the highway at the gravel pit. Yikes!
That is awesome.
That is fast.
That's like Final Destination status.
geez.
Like that's. I mean, the idea of shooting that across the highway, like, all right, it writes itself.
Listener's mate says if I could be in medieval times, I'd be a court jester and wear my clown nose and make bad jokes about everyone's lance. Okay.
I like the
lance.
Mel Brooks History of the World Part 1 bit where jesters are basically philosophers. Or
Well, in Shakespeare, they basically are.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And today's modern comics are basically philosophers, so
Francis, what about you? If you were a knight, what would you want to do?
Well, because knights have to actually be able to do a lot of different things because they are in the public eye. I would want to be able to dance because that's what you got to do when you're in court. Is you got to be able to dance your ass off. More butt
See,
stuff.
the butt stuff. Yeah. See
I
how
was
it's
gonna
coming in handy.
Francis, you know you can dance now.
No, but I mean, as
He
a
wants
knight,
to do medieval
as a
style
knight.
dancing.
yeah, I want to have the hand in the air, and I can't touch the other person because that was like inappropriate back then.
And it's extremely appropriate to not touch someone right now.
Well, that's good point.
Or Francis, you could be in A Knight's Tale and just do modern rock, pop music
Well, that's
dancing.
true. I could always have Queen in the background as I'm fighting and everything. That'd be amazing.
I love that movie.
It's a surprisingly good movie.
Great
It should
movie.
not be a good movie, and yet somehow it is.
I have thoughts on that movie. We should.
Or maybe we'll talk about it later because we're going to have a question about that. Yeah.
It sounds not good.
Jalou says to Jen, "Yay on-screen dancing! Woot woot." Were you dancing? I didn't even see it. Oh, there you go.
It was a moment, but it's past now.
All right, good. It was just between you and the chat. It was good.
We had a moment.
Tammy says the horses go through a lot of training to ensure they have the temperament for jousting. Conformation is important too. They need to be sprinters, not endurance types.
Yeah.
And then Sasha says it's also inappropriate to touch yourself in public while dancing.
Yeah, Francis.
Location is important, but sure. Yeah, fair.
I mean, just say,
There's one thing my high school guidance counselor told me. It was not to touch myself in public. So
no, you're supposed to dance.
That's the one thing they told you.
no, that's all. It's all a lie.
You're supposed to dance as if Jesus was in between you and your dance partner. That's how you dance.
That's what your school told you.
Yeah. Yeah. Dance as if Jesus was like standing in between the two of you.
That just
That's
makes
just-
it more gross. I feel
It kind of does.
like a three-way with Jesus.
I'm not. Yep. Nope. Not biting on that.
Just
bait
go back to the
right
butt
there.
stuff.
Yep. Let's go where it's safe to butt stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But Sasha also says, "I'm here. I'm just eating nachos." All right, awesome. Have fun. Nachos, not I said nacho,
Nachos.
like because I'm
You
impossible.
go to the
Nachos are amazing. Love
Jerry
nachos.
Jeff.
I love Impossible, so I just thought of that automatically. Buenos, what is it?
Nachos is the only way to eat nachos.
Buenos nachos.
Buenos nachos, yeah.
Buenos noches.
By the way, big shout out to Sasha. In between our last two shows, she actually became an annual Patreon supporter. So thank you, Sasha, very much. You rock. Give her a big shout out in the chat. And by the way, folks, I'm going to talk about it later, but if you like to support us on Patreon and you want to do it annually, you'll actually get it 1 month free because that's a new feature now on Patreon that they're doing. All right, you can go to patreon.com/supergeekedup. All right.
Subscriptions deep and sell them cheap.
That's not going to be our slogan, but okay.
No? All right. All right, fine.
Just work some butt into it, and then we can do it.
I try to work button everything.
Sasha says, "Oh, totally love you, crazies." Oh, thank you. Good.
Wait a minute.
And Tammy says, "No nachos in medieval times." That's true. I guess there was.
No, we they ate pigeons and pheasant and boar and
You know, though, the sauce use in the medieval times was pretty epic. So I imagine, even though it was maybe not classically nacho, I mean, it's being used. It was maybe
right. Like
it was just nachos without the crunch.
but you have to have the crunch. You need the crunch. That's why you fry the pig. When you fry the pig, the skin gets crunchy.
I'm gonna like upset all of my like SCA food nerd friends because really I don't know much. All I know is
Jalou says nachos is a relatively new dish, first created in the mid 50th century. What?
We have a time traveler.
That's 20th. I mean, I think that's 20th.
That's amazing, Jalou. Oh my God, tell us what it's like
In the 50th century.
in the 4900s.
Well, they only used 3 seashells. That's one. Taco Bell.
1940.
Yeah, he says 1940. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Tammy says we are the knights who say knee.
Uh-huh. You must a shrubbery.
All right.
And as the Acronius points out, yes, you're totally right, Acronius. If you cannot support us financially, that's totally cool. We love you having your support here. Just joining us with the chat and supporting us. Like he's been around since the beginning pretty much. So thank you so much. All right, time to do our first geeky game. This is called Superhero Sound Effects. And what we need from you guys in the chat is we're going to need the names of some geeky, make up some kind of kooky sounding superheroes. So like made up, ridiculous named superheroes. that Matt and Jen will play in this game. They're going to play these superheroes, and Francis and I are going to provide the sound effects for the scene. So we need the name of made-up superheroes, make them sound really, really ridiculous, and also a kooky-sounding crisis that they have to solve. Here's the first one. Matt, you are the Nacho Ninja.
Got
That's
it.
a pretty good
You're not our ninja. I know that much.
What was that?
Not your ninja.
Not our ninja. He's the Nacho Ninja.
You're just proving
Oh,
his
I get
stupid
it, I get
shirt
it.
right with those stupid jokes.
Okay, I'm sorry. We have to use this. So for Marks, that was from Jalou, by the way, Nacho Ninja. Marks, Jen, you're medieval buttman.
Oh, well, there we are.
Midi.
There we are. You know, I was classically trained, by the way.
Why do I have a weird feeling? A lot of fart noises in my mouth.
I also like, by the way, we got Lady Facelap, we got Lord Jellybean Killer.
Oh, wait,
That's awesome.
Lady Face Slap was on the table and I got medieval buttman?
Okay, do you want to
There
be Lady
is no
Facelap?
God.
You need
wanna be-
finally we can get
No,
you-
you gave
Actually,
me
you know
my
what? Because
suggestion.
the
I'm
Cronius
a professional.
always wants...
I'm
No,
a professional. I will take the suggestion. I'm just saying that you should feel bad about it. That's all.
Okay.
Right, wait,
Because I was actually... He always says that thing, so actually we should use it.
we should
So
actually.
if you want to be
it
it.
says it
I'm
every
gonna save Lady Face Slap for later tonight with my hubby. So we're good.
Wait a
That's
minute.
where that's going.
Okay.
Why do I hear more butt stuff happening? Anyway, yes.
All right, so we got Nacho Ninja, Medieval Buttman. What's the crisis, folks? What do Nacho Ninja and Medieval Buttman have to solve? What's a ridiculous sounding dilemma that only those two can solve this amazing problem? Necrodius has missed it by that much. Yes, almost got it in this time, Necrodius. Almost. Oh, okay. We got a shortage of cheese.
The next suggestion's even better. Nachos have yet
to be invented. Okay, you know what? Let's try to work. Maybe we'll try to work. I'll give you a couple things you can try to work in if you'd like. There's a shortage of cheese.
Oh, as they
And
and the
you have to save the Queen of the Ren Fair.
All right.
with the use of cheese. All right, okay.
All right, so Matt's Nacho Ninja. I'm going to do the sound effects for him.
Mm-hmm.
Jen is Medieval Buttman. Francis will do the sound effects for her. And the crisis is there's a shortage of cheese, and they must save the Queen of the Renaissance Fair. Take it away.
Ay me, these days doth toil, and mine heart doth wither like dust in mine hand.
Medieval Buttman, you are so dramatic. Here. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't make any of those noises. I forgot how the game works.
Amateur hour over here.
Have some nachos.
Oh, yes, Arsenal. Here, allow me to put those into my mouth. Ooh.
Would you care for
Yes.
some salsa? I have
As
a
I
jar. Sorry, there's a frog in there.
No, 'tis a spirit, foul spirit of the salsa jar. Wilt thou not speakest to us?
Well, the Queen of the Renaissance Fair needs cheese to live.
Oh, do you hear that, my Nacho Ninja friend?
Of course, Medieval Buttman, I hear it very well. Thank you, kind frog spirit. You may go.
No problem.
No, just put the jar back on. Yes.
Well, thankfully I have cheese on these nachos. What? Look. They're just...
Quack, quack, quack.
Your nachos hath become a duck.
And a cheeseless duck at that.
What foul terrors be in these woods? I say nay. I will get us out of here quickly with my powers of expulsion.
I'll climb on. Let's go.
Yes. You know,
we've
all
made it.
those many years ago, when that witch laid that curse on me, when I hath been in her tent at the local fair, and I said that she had smelt it, and therefore she had dealt it. Ever since that day, I've had this power and this curse.
Help! Help! I'm the queen! I'm being kidnapped!
The queen's down there. Let's go.
Convenient that she said exactly what was happening to her. Yes, let us go! Let us ride! With my...
Fire retro farts. Well done,
Sorry,
medieval butt man.
I had a lot of cream earlier. It doesn't always settle well. Ah, fair maiden, I see thee! Oh, and you are in the clutches of this foul beast that shall call out now!
It is a kitten.
She
the
is
most foul
covered,
of beasts.
covered in foul
I'm terrified of kittens! Get it away!
So many.
Fear not, my lady, pluggeth thy nose!
You might also wish to cover thy ears.
Yes.
Thine
Lord
ears?
Nacho, please, spot me.
Have some beans.
Ooh. Yes, this is exactly how I thought my evening was going to go.
What do you expect with a superpower like yours? You must recharge.
Yes. Oh, verily. Yes.
Just eat already. I need rescuing.
Okay. Yes, I can feel the fiber. It doth nourish me.
I wasn't ready. I need to get my asthma inhaler out. Hang on. It's Darth Vader themed. Do you like it?
My lady, the cats hath fled, and now we are alone. And my, thou art beautiful.
I'll just be outside.
Oh, you smell so great. Yes, kiss me right now.
Okay.
End scene.
Oh.
That is what
Into
my
that
professional career has led towards. Every drama class, every Shakespeare.
Yep. It's the culmination of all of this this time and experience.
Yep.
Jalou says, apparently they didn't gag the queen. Poor kidnapping technique.
Not wrong.
Mark says a gift and a curse of gas.
It is a gift.
Sasha says it should have been the flirkin.
Oh.
Everyone's got ideas.
Protea says, well, this is exactly how I thought my evening was going to go, so LOL. And then Sasha says, OMG, didn't I say I was eating?
Well, what nachos does to people. And just
Yeah, well, you inspired us, Sasha. We were eating your nachos.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Good job, guys. You saved the queen, and I don't know if you saved cheese or not. I'm not sure if that was in there. I forget. But
I think.
No, we were just out of cheese.
Jeff.
Oh, you're out of cheese.
Jeff.
Okay.
I think the cheese saved us.
Maybe the real cheese. Maybe the real cheese is the friends we made along the way.
What?
Almost screwed that up.
Favorite thing to hear.
Let's do something else.
Yes,
guys.
Let's talk to you guys about Knights of the Roll Table.
Oh,
and then
no.
after that, folks, we're going to do another geeky question. We're going to do Universal Translator. But yes, Knights of the Roll Table. Who wants to kick us off? Jen, you want to tell us about it?
Hey, yeah, we are a live play, or no, we're not live play. We're an actual play D&D 5e podcast. We are rolling into season 4 pretty soon here, and we actually are coming up on. We are about to hit 15,000 downloads. We are super, super close to that, so that's super exciting. And
Just
we
over a year.
Yeah, it's been just a little over a year. We started in December of not last year, but the year before. Yeah. So, and the plan is we're going to be doing like a giveaway thing, right? Matt, help me out here.
Yeah. So when we get to that 15K of downloads, we're going to have an awesome giveaway, and that's thanks to our awesome friends over at the Geekly Grind, who are going to help us out with that. So details coming soon. If you want to find out more, follow @RolledTable.
Yeah. And it's all our cast is primarily improvisers. And did I mention that we, despite the scene that you just saw with all of the grotesque fart noises and the like, our podcast is actually pretty family friendly. A lot of dads and then me. So fun.
That is surprisingly accurate.
Is that the tagline underneath? A lot of dads and me.
My four dads. Or...
That's my after hours podcast.
Okay.
Actually, so speaking of dads, I'm going to plug this right now. We actually had, so it's a podcast. It's like Matt's a dad, Chris, our buddy Zach is a dad, and we actually had Zach's dad on this last episode, who is Tad Stones, creator of Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Which, little name drop in there.
Oh my god, I didn't know that Zach's dad was the creator of Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's Francis' favorite cartoon.
Which I'm just gonna throw this out there, like, because I've been now like, so Tad and I, big daddy Taddy, we're buddies now. We're buddies now. Like, we're cool. It's okay. He said it's okay. He didn't say it was okay. But even like in the chat, like he was like, I don't normally send these gifts because people normally send them to me, but this is appropriate. He sent like the little Darkwing Let's Get Dangerous, and like that was definitely like a highlight, and just him and Zach just giving each other a hard time was so fun. Like, I don't know that I would advocate playing D&D with your parents, but if your dad is cool like Tad Stones, like, hell yeah, play D&D with your parents.
If your dad created Darkwing Duck, hell yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and Tad played Zach's dad, so it was even more fun.
Yeah.
So their dynamic was just... It was great.
It was honestly like, we literally just recorded that episode this last Thursday, and it was some of the most fun. I mean, I've had a lot of fun playing D&D, but that was just like so pure. It was so fun.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That
So come check us out, please.
Darkwing Duck is super popular, by the way, because we on our Dragoncon One True Pairing panel, that was like the longest one we did when Darkwing Duck got brought up, like the longest argument we had to make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you would have loved it, Francis. I'll show you the video.
I'll watch. I'll watch. I haven't had time, unfortunately. Power one.
They introduced Darkwing on the DuckTales reboot, and it's really, really well done. So I imagine that's given him a bit of a resurge in popularity. Yeah,
everything on the DuckTales reboot has been really well done. Can we just acknowledge how amazing it is? Because it's well run.
Ooh, all right.
Good.
Big fan. But yes, I do agree. I think that the handling and the incorporation of it is super fun.
Oh, must watch.
How long have you... Actually, I met both of you. Actually at a convention, a role-playing convention where I ran a game for you guys. Yeah, Kingdom Come in San Diego, where I ran a game for you guys. How long have you guys been playing like D&D or other RPGs?
Well, I started playing in high school, which was a long time ago.
Okay.
But I didn't play again I only played a little bit. My friend and I that was running this thing, I had a falling out. And then in college I played a little bit, and then I didn't play again until pretty much with these guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like I always like heard of D&D and was always kind of interested, but like real talk, like as a lady, you don't get invited to a lot of D&D games. It just doesn't happen. Like people don't think about it, and I didn't really know people that played, and the people. Well, it should. Well, and the cool thing is now, I think it does a lot more. It was different times slightly, but I think probably about 8 years ago was like I started with Pathfinder a little bit, and then. Yeah, and then fell into 5th edition with these guys. What was it, like 3 years ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Ago? And then I feel like I kind of been like making up for lost time, like especially COVID and being able to play remotely. Like I think at my most I was playing about 8 games simultaneously, including like a Cyberpunk campaign, which that was too much. It was too much. So now I'm down to 4 and I feel really good about it.
Oh, you beat me, man. Like when I first got into it, I was playing 4 games a week, and then so 8 is. It's
there. You reach a threshold, and you're like, okay, like I want to pare down to the ones that like I really enjoy and are sustainable, and like and that work with my schedule. So I feel like D&D is 90% scheduling.
I would agree with that.
You're totally right. Let me share some stuff in the chat about role-playing games. The Crody says, in college, me and some people made up a Matrix D&D set in the same storyline as the movies, but different ship and different crew. That's very cool.
Nice. That's fun.
That'd be
I
fun.
would play that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? So one of our viewers, Norbert, who's over in Germany, so he's asleep right now, but he just got there's a new Zorro RPG, and I love Zorro, and it sounds super cool. The idea is that there could be like Zorros in all these different countries, like
nice.
like protecting certain like countries or areas.
Well, isn't Batman kind of just like Zorro?
Yeah.
Batman was inspired by Zorro.
And
Zorro
they had a
actually
Batman comic like that where it was all the different Batmans from around the world.
Yeah, Zorro actually inspired lots of very well-known characters. They based it off of him,
Yeah.
I used to, like, at my grandparents' house, stay up late and watch the old Zorro reruns on, like, Vault Disney After Hours. They're so good.
Wow.
Nice. I still love the 90s Zorro. A lot of people I don't think even know about that, but I was a kid growing up and they did a really good job.
Are we talking the Antonio Banderas one?
No,
like a show?
The movies are great. I think Banderas is amazing as Zorro. I think he's perfect. But there was a TV series like on whatever the Family Channel was called at that point in the 90s. And it was a Zorro show, and it was really good. Like, the guy was really good. It was a good family adventure, like, show. Yeah.
It's got to be streaming somewhere.
I should look it up. You're right.
So it's on Pluto. Yeah.
I know it's not. I wish it was, man. You know I watch Pluto TV. You know I plug that all the time. I was watching it last night. I was watching Three's Company. There's a Three's Company channel on Pluto TV now.
Or Tubi.
Right. Not as good as the SCA, of course. Because we were plugging that earlier.
Yeah.
All right. The SCA is awesome, actually. Okay, so let's see. Matt, where can they watch you or listen to you guys?
You can find us on the Geekly Grind or at Rolled Table on Twitter and Instagram. We'll post our links there. But we're on basically every major podcasting platform. So you just look for Knights of the Rolled Table. Yep.
Podbean, iTunes,
YouTube, like, even.
We're like me in college. We're everywhere.
Just gonna move on from that. All right.
Wise call.
All right, guys. So definitely check that out afterwards. So before we're gonna talk some more medieval movie and show stuff in a minute. We're gonna do Universal Translator, but this is the part of the show where we like to shout out our awesome patrons. So Francis always gets to have fun with that.
Yes, and because we're dealing with knights in the medieval times, I'm going to play famous knight and king, King Arthur, played by Sean Connery.
I knew it. Every time you get to hear Sean Connery.
Yes, sure, super geek. Super geeky, thank you to the super shout out. Oh God, there's a lot of S's. At $10 a month or more. Maria and Destin Duron from KLI Brand. You have my sword. Craig Allen Poole, you have my shield. Rachel J, give me back my boots. Victor Schneider, my helmet. Why did you take my helmet? Ariella Strauss. Oh, there's so many S's in your name. Nicole B. You're, well, I was going to say butt stuff, but let's move on. You're, of course, Camelot's heartthrob. Sasha. That's right, I said Sasha. Thank you so much. You have my queen. Bring her back, please. Jaloo. You, Jaloo. Good on you, Jaloo. And Sheethos. Sheethos. You're the bee's knees, Sheethos, which is not a medieval term, but yes.
Bee's knees.
Yeah, bees weren't invented until the mid-1940s.
They didn't have knees back then. They didn't have knees.
Right, or the 50th century.
Or the 15th century. So thank you.
All right. Yeah, that was great. That's my favorite part of the show, I think, every week. Just hearing what you're going to do for that.
Is it always Sean Connery?
No, he does something different every time. Sometimes he rhymes.
Sometimes
he does something. Yeah.
I have a musical interlude. Yeah.
You should have gotten the loot. Just been like you with the loot. Like.
Should have.
Oh man.
Next Connery with the loot.
Lost opportunity right there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully there's more nights.
He'd play the. I feel like Sean Connery would play the scimitar.
Scimitar, yes. Or the saxophone.
Again, thank you so much, everyone who supports us on Patrons. Even if you're at that $10 amount or any amount at all, it's a super huge help. You can go to patreon.com/supergeekedup. And you can support us over there, and we really appreciate it. And again, big thanks to our newest annual one, which is Sasha. Sasha Zendry on the chat right now. Thank you, Sasha. You're the best. I also, by the way, say,
Sasha.
oh, you guys rocked.
Sasha.
Sorry.
Thank you again to everybody who watched our Dragoncon panels and to Matt for being part of the Super Geeked Up one.
Super fun.
Yeah, it was a great time. I'm going to actually give another shout out to Sasha because Sasha was the one I saw who watched all 4 panels that I was part of. So she was there for every single one. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you, Sasha.
Gold star.
Yes.
Get your game on.
3D.
But a lot of you were in for like 2 or 3 of them. I saw you guys there. You were great. And if you made any of them, thank you so much. It was great seeing you guys in the live chat. And next year, seeing Dragoncon in person. All right. So, yes. I'm just going to say it. No, I'm optimistic.
Jeff will be there no matter what.
Yeah.
If I'm the only one there, I'm just going to pretend.
He's getting a pop-up tent, and he's going to sit outside the convention center.
I'm going to glamp it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna glamp
there
it
you go.
with my trebuchet. All right, folks. Remember also, you can do a super chat in YouTube in the chat right there. You can make any kind of one-time donation, which Ariella just did a couple weeks ago. She was amazing. She did that. So thank you, guys. Okay, here's the next super geeky question. What's your favorite movie or series set in a medieval type setting? Before we get that, I'm sorry. Let me. I just saw Scorpio Moon, who's one of our longtime viewers, just came into the chat. He says, "I can't believe I'm late to the host season. God, glad to see you all on." It's all right, Scorpio. We still got plenty of season to go. We're not even halfway done. So you're great. Thank you for being here. He says, "Where's the Patreon perk where we can make Francis do a voice for a whole episode?" Oh, I want to do that. I should create a Patreon perk.
Yeah.
Would you like that, Francis?
Oh,
Do
yeah.
they get to,
I
do they
mean,
get
if
to
you wanted to
choose
get
the voice?
real mean, you let them prescribe
Decide, right?
like a voice for you.
If that's the case,
they would definitely describe
where's
it,
my
not me.
cut
Yeah,
of
they would.
Patreon is my question after that, then.
He'll do the
I
whole
mean,
thing
that's
as
gotta
Harvey
be like
Quinn.
that's like that would have to be a bigger ticket item there.
Yeah.
I totally agree. You're right. That's the bigger one. You got it, Jen. You know what you're doing.
Hey, when
Gotta
it
make
comes
that
to making
money.
them ducats, I got you, boo.
Okay, sorry. Before we get to this question, sorry, we got some other stuff in the chat here. Jalou says, "We want Fref. We want Fref." That's Francis and my ship name that people have come up with.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fref.com. Tammy wants to know when's FrefCon.
I mean,
Which we've talked about.
yeah.
And then Sasha says, "I want to go. Which Dragoncon hotel is the best?" So Sasha is correct. Dragoncon, if you don't know, folks, takes place over 6 different hotels that are all within a couple blocks of each other in downtown Atlanta, unlike a convention center like many cons do. They're all great. I personally think the Marriott is probably the most well-known one. It has this very classic architecture. Like when you look straight up and the way the elevators go up, it's a very cool thing. They've actually shot some movies in there, I believe.
Plus, Marriott pillows are great.
There's what?
Marriott pillows are like.
Oh, okay. I haven't stayed in that one, but yeah. And we.
You don't even Marriott. Sorry, continue.
But we actually, when we did our Sunday Dragoncon panel, which was we were playing the RPG Action Movie World, we actually set it part of it in the Marriott in Dragoncon.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Oh yes, and Tammy says Jeff is Harley Quinn, Francis is a Bond girl.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, here you go, Francis.
All right,
Here's the image of you.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, it's not going up.
I'm telling you, I look great in a bikini. I'll tell you.
There it is.
now.
There it is.
Bet-
This is Francis' head on Ursula Andress, right? Or from Doctor
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Did you put this? Is this in the chat?
Yeah, they're only seeing it live. Sorry.
The picture is easily
Twitter. Somebody
found.
will tweet it. So,
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're gonna. Everybody tweets the Harley Quinn one a million times.
Yeah,
That
well,
show.
I'm certain Bond Me will eventually make it into the Twitter rotation.
Oh, it has. I've seen it before through there.
As Julie points out, so I was never at Dragoncon when this happened, but he says they changed the carpet. The carpet is legendary. for some reason the old Marriott carpet at Atlanta was legendary, and they've done panels on the carpet at Dragoncon in the Marriott. I don't know what it is because I never saw it, but yes, that's what Julie's referencing. Oh, Charles says, my eyes! I think he means he loved seeing that picture of you, Francis.
I know.
And his eyes are so wide open to see more.
It's like looking on the face of God.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the next question. What is your favorite movie or series set in a medieval type setting? So obviously some of the fantasy movies are not actually medieval times, but they're very similar to that, I feel. So that's why I phrased it like that. Let's start with Matt this time.
I have so many answers to this question. A couple of them have already been mentioned, so I'm just going to throw them out there and then move on.
He's just going to take all our answers.
We mentioned already A Knight's Tale, and
yes.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail got mentioned with the Knights Who Say Knee earlier. So I'll throw those out. My favorite movie, though, set in a medieval type setting is Army of Darkness, the third Evil Dead movie.
Nice.
That is my favorite. And then on TV shows, if we're going series, I like all the medieval villages that they go visit on Stargate SG-1.
Oh my God, you're totally right. That's where they go every episode, pretty much.
It's
always in a forest because they were shooting in Vancouver, and they just go out to the forest. The
medieval Vancouver is where. But I actually do really like that show, and I always appreciated that about it, even if it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was great. Great. Mark's also said Army of Darkness from Evil Dead. So there you go.
One of my favorite movies.
Sasha says Lord of the Rings,
Oh.
or the Warcraft movie. She says as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go The Witcher. Because that was my
The
favorite show from last
show
year.
or the game or both or
Since we're everything. Okay, so here's the thing. So I started playing the games. That's why I love The Witcher, and I was very excited. And then I saw the show, and I didn't think the show was going to be as good as it was. And it was my favorite show of last year. It was amazing. And then I went back and read all the books after the show.
Nice.
Except the last one. I still haven't read the last one. So everything about The Witcher. What you pick, take your pick. But the video games are what will always be kind of like at my heart because that's what introduced me to the Witcher.
There's a lot to pick from there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
And then of course I'm going to give a quick shout out to Willow. I talk about every show, but
Yes. Love Willow.
love Willow.
Real talk, I've never seen Willow.
Oh, all right. We should do a viewing.
I'm gonna lose my nerd cred, y'all.
No, I never take people's credit away. I hate it when people do that. So
It's an opportunity for you to watch
all
it.
that means you're right. It just means you have another chance to great to watch it. One of our panelists on Dragoncon SGU said she had just seen The Princess Bride.
For the
Now she's
first
to her top
time.
10.
Inconceivable.
Now to her top 10.
Oh, there you
Wow. What a treat, though, to get to watch that movie for the first time.
Right?
Exactly.
Right.
So you're in for a treat with Willow.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, I will have to procure it somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's on DVD, Blu-ray. Yeah. I just saw it on Blu-ray in the store. Actually.
somewhere. It's got to be streamed somewhere.
Oh, it's on. I think it might be on Disney Plus actually.
Yeah, we just
Perfect.
watched
saw it
it
on
not
Disney
too long
Plus.
ago with my daughter, and she liked it.
I'm
So,
pretty sure it's on Disney Plus.
and I'm cheap, so I'm sure it didn't cost me money to watch.
Fair.
Remember, I'm cheap.
I'm sure a quick Google search. Oh, it's been confirmed in the chat. It is on Disney Plus. We are good to go. Thank you
Terry
guys.
says
That'll.
that. Thank
I
you,
gotta go
Terry.
watch a movie now, so I guess we're done here.
Bye.
Derby.
Bye.
So Princess Bride is also there. She says she also says she tweeted the Bond girl photo.
Mm,
So I think Tammy is at Saber Pink. I think on Twitter.
there you go.
Yay.
And by the way, Necrodius says he thinks he found that Zorro series I was talking about and tweeted it out. Thank you, Necrodius. I'm very excited to check that out later.
Nice.
You guys are the best, man. You always find all this stuff for us.
Minions.
Okay, real quick on The Witcher. Have you guys all seen The Witcher, the show?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I finished it. I need to finish watching that.
Okay. But you're familiar
Yeah.
with some of it, right?
Oh, I played the games, so.
Okay, great. You know it. Sasha says, do you like Henry Cavill as The Witcher? I think he's too pretty and young for that role. So I'm going to say, before this started, and I usually don't do this, because I thought he was totally the wrong choice for the role.
Same.
And as soon as I saw the first episode, I was like, oh my God, he's the perfect Geralt. Like, the voice he had down, I think, is perfect. Like I loved everything he did about that role. Like I completely believed him as Geralt.
Every time
Well, you can tell. I think that he was familiar with the source content. Or he's come out and said that
he's a geek.
He was a geek, and so you can tell that like he wasn't. He came at it with so much love for what that role was and what that whole series was, and such a comprehension of what made it special. And like there were people that were like, "Oh, his acting was really wooden," and I'm like, "No, that's the fucking character. Like he's perfect. It's nuanced." Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
that's
I love it.
But I agree. Initially, I was like, "This guy is the wrong choice." Like, no way. It kind of reminds me of like Freddie Prinze Jr. I was like, when I saw that he was doing voice acting for like Dragon Age Inquisition, I was like, this fucking guy. And then like we met Iron Bull, and I was like, oh, I'm discovering so much about myself now. Thank you, Freddie.
How could you doubt him after his run on the Scooby-Doo movies?
I was going to say he was Fred.
Hey,
I know.
I actually like the first Scooby-Doo movie. Anyway, so any matter, Francis, any comments on Henry Cavill as the Geralt as the Witcher?
Oh, I'm a big fan of.
I agree. He was a little young.
Yeah. He was young.
But they made him. I think they did a good job, like scarring him up, and with the makeup and stuff.
That was really my only complaint about it. It's just that particular aspect, but otherwise, I thought he did a good job.
Every time his shirt is not on his person, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, which is plenty of time.
But he was supposed to be young. This is the first, this is his beginning journey, so he's supposed to look youthful. So.
Well, Geralt's also look kind of ageless in a way, right?
He's ageless. He's
like
old. 90 years old, whatever.
They age super slow.
Yeah.
I'm more curious, because I might get myself in trouble here, but your thoughts on the casting for Yennefer.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I thought she was too young looking.
I thought so too. I was like, she seems like too young for him.
Yeah. But I think
okay, that's true. She is younger.
Whereas, like in the games, like she comes across. It's just different, I guess.
She comes across.
I love her
mature.
build up, her backstory. Like the actress is great. I have no issue with her. The casting for me was kind of like, oh.
I guess because I like the actress so much as what she's doing with it, so it was cool with it.
But yeah, I think she just lacks, because the game has her so kind of the more mature looking character, and she just looks
mature. Yes.
Well, no. Well, I mean.
Well, because they also tried though in the series, they're trying to do a whole like Yennefer origin story too, right?
Yeah.
So. Let's see here in the chat. The Cruddy says, I kind of like that new movie, talking about Scooby-Doo, the new movie Scoob. It was pretty fun to watch. I haven't seen it yet, but it was good to hear. Let's see. Okay. So Sasha says, Geralt for me was always grizzled and hardened by war, so to see Cavill kind of killed it for me. Okay, I can understand that.
It's a pretty boy, so I get it.
By the way, Tammy said she likes him as Geralt, but she also said she heard he's going to be the new Bond. Has anybody heard that? Henry Cavill?
No.
Everybody keeps talking about Idris Elba. Every time I hear it's Idris Elba.
I would love to see that.
He's starting to age out of it, though, isn't he? He's getting old.
He's aged out of it already, yeah.
Who, Elba?
Yeah, he's like in his 50s.
Bond doesn't need to be young.
You could have an older Bond. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I actually prefer an older Bond, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bring Sean Connery.
An 80-year-old Bond. Yeah, that would be great. Yes.
All right, let's see. I don't know who we're at. Jen, I think you haven't shared, right? Your choices.
No, I haven't. So yeah, Matt mentioned A Knight's Tale. I just love the fact that it's like, Rockstar Knights. So fun. Like even though it's like it's. I always am kind of struck like when I was looking at like this question, that you guys are asking. It's like, well, it's hard because I play this medieval stuff, and even though I'm not like as well versed in what's historically accurate as some people, like pretty much anything that's out there, even like some of the BBC stuff is like, there's definitely historical inaccuracies, but I love that one is just like, we're going to use these inaccuracies and we're just going to give you flavor. And like, that's what I think. I'm like, okay, you made a choice. So that's cool. And just fun. You can tell I'm like, these people give no fucks. They're just having a good time.
I totally agree. Just before you go on, sorry, like that movie is just so much fun and awesome and it works. Like,
oh, it's such an all-star
totally
cast.
Makes it work. And I think, was it Brian Helgeland, the director, or something like the writer-director? I remember like when it came out or something, I think he said some executive producer said like, hey, do you know that there wasn't rock music in the Middle Ages? Like he was being serious. And no. Like, oh my God, no, really?
No. Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah. I like first
sorry,
couple
continue.
seasons. I was a big fan of Vikings. Truthfully, I think I haven't watched past season 3 because it kind of lost me a little bit there. But just like, especially that first season, just, I mean, it's badass. So really liked Vikings, and actually just for like costume porn, even though it's not 100% historically accurate, the White Queen is actually, I thought, pretty good. Yeah. So there you go. There's my fluff.
Thank you. Awesome. In the chat, Jalou says, Sword in the Stone wasn't bad, especially the scene where they got turned into squirrels. Poor girl squirrel saving Arthur.
Oh, Madam Mim.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
With the wizard battle, yeah.
Yeah, wizards.
Oh, this is a good poll that Jalou said. The 13th Warrior starring Antonio Banderas.
I love that scene where he learns English over a campfire in one evening.
Hey,
Well,
it can work.
Oh,
You
it's
know what
great.
I've always wanted to see but never seen is the Black Cauldron.
I'm not sure if I've seen that either, actually.
I don't think they have it on Disney Plus.
I didn't see it.
'Cause
Is the Black Cauldron a Disney movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a Disney movie. It's
And
a
it's
Disney movie.
allegedly like super
it's a-
dark.
Oh, wow.
It's in, well, I guess it's in the vault, right? Whatever. They would always say that.
Yeah.
Francis, what about you? Have you shared your medieval choices?
No. For TV shows, you know what makes me sad is that no one will ever, sadly, Game of Thrones dropped out of being one of the
Well,
shows that
it's on
somebody
my
had to
list.
mention that. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah, because I
I
would
mean, it was good until it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. So, you know, I never watched it. Well, I watched the first episode, but Francis, do you really think the last season killed it for everybody? I mean, can't you? How many was it? 9
I'm
seasons?
the only
8?
person
Can't people just love the rest of it? Still?
I didn't have a problem with the ending.
So I didn't
was
either.
fine.
I
Neither did Francis.
either, but
But Francis tells me all these people supposedly did.
Oh,
I hear about.
there was such a backlash once this 8th
Yeah.
season went out, and I don't understand why. But you know, it's just unfortunate. But I would definitely put Game of Thrones in there. I really enjoyed everything that led up to it. The TV show that I think I only bring up every once in a while because of all the singing is Gallivant.
Yes, we
Yes!
just finished watching that.
Gallivant.
Yeah,
It's a great show. I wish it continued.
Oh, so good.
Gallivant
That's a
is
great cast too.
such a great cast, and it's so well
Such
done.
a fun show.
It just feels like they had a good time.
Matt's trying to sing, guys. Can you quiet
No,
down?
please
No, because
you-
Matt's trying to sing.
See, Jen knows me. She knows if you quiet down, I'll stop. And she doesn't want to hear it.
Nope. Do not want.
I would love to see that get rebooted somehow or something. I would love to see that.
Well, it was just on.
I don't want to
like a couple
reboot.
years
I
ago.
want them just to pick up a few years later.
Just pick it up. It was only like 2 years ago. Just pick it up. Yeah.
That's true. And then, as for movies, I mean, I feel remiss if I didn't say the. Oh, now I want to. Is it the last night or the? It's the last night. No, the first night. First
First night
night.
with Richard Gere and Sean
Sean
Connery.
Connery.
and Julia
Arthur.
Roberts.
All right. Marrying
I saw that again like recently, a couple months ago.
the youngest Maid Marian ever. In relation to him, he's like 80,
Wait.
and she's, you know,
You mean Guinevere?
Guinevere. Sorry, Guinevere.
It wasn't Robin Hood.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, us
wait.
women, we're all interchangeable.
Oh, well, there's a good.
Well, Julia Ormond actually was not super young. It was just he was super old.
He was just super old.
Or
Yeah,
very- compared to her.
Speaking of Robin Hoods, though, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, I'll say that. I'll say Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
We're
'cause that's one of my
men.
favorite movies.
Woman in tights. Tights.
Everything except for Kevin Costner and Prince of Thieves. Figure that.
No, I don't care. He doesn't have an accent. I love him. He's great.
It's not that he doesn't have an accent. It's that the choice he made in the accent he has is distracting.
Well,
For
no,
me.
wait.
I still
Okay.
love it. It never bothered me.
Now, his accent versus Keanu Reeves' Dracula accent.
Oh, that's not fair. That's so bad.
They can both be
Like-
bad.
Such a good person and such a bad accent.
It's such a. You mean great?
Oh.
Jalou says Men in Tights had Chappelle. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
he
a
was,
chew father. No, he was a sneeze, son of a chew.
Oh, he was a chew, son of a sneeze.
No, he was
Yeah.
the younger.
No, he was a chew because it was a chew. Bless you. Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Have
you're
you
right.
even seen the freaking movie, Matt?
I
Go
have.
ahead.
I mixed up my relationship directions in my head. Achoo, son of a sneeze.
With the guy that plays the sheriff. Oh, he's so brilliant in that movie. I don't know the name of the actor, but Men in Tights, the guy that plays the sheriff.
I know who you mean.
He's so good. I can, walk this way. He's so good.
Roger Reese.
Yep.
Richard Lewis is John.
Tammy says Sean Connery's Italian in The Highlander.
He's Spanish, actually.
He's supposed to be Spanish, the character, right?
And there's that great scene where Sean Connery, who is Scottish, is being explained to by whoever plays the Highlander, whose name I'm blanking on, who is French,
Christopher Lambert.
What haggis is. I love that scene from Meta Place so much.
Christopher Lambert played Connor McLeod.
Lambert.
Oh,
you're right. It's probably Lambert. Yeah.
I prefer Duncan MacLeod to Connor McLeod.
Oh, Duncan MacLeod's so much better.
Yeah.
Tons better. By the way, Zendria, Sasha earlier had said, "Can we talk about Carnival Row? I need that download." I haven't seen that. Have you guys seen it?
I have. It's, first of all, visually, it's really, really fun to watch. Some really cool world building. I will say that the Orlando Bloom, Cara Delevingne, if I'm saying her name right, that whole relationship and dynamic was in my opinion, not super well written and developed, and they just didn't really have a whole lot of chemistry. But there's kind of, is it okay if I give some spoilers? There's kind of this side
spoiler alert, people.
Spoiler! There's kind of this side romance that kind of blossoms out of some racist, classist stuff that was more compelling than the actual primary storyline, in my opinion. So yeah, I think with a little bit more time in the writer's room, it could have been really great, but I still thought it was pretty fun, and I watched the whole season and definitely enjoyed the aesthetic and the world building for sure.
Oh, very
sweet.
Okay.
Hope it wasn't too harsh on that.
No, great. Tammy, by the way, says The Black Cauldron is on Disney Plus.
What? Guys, I got 2 movies to go watch now.
We just lost all our guests.
I know, right?
Tammy also says Carnival Row has its moments. It's more Victorian than medieval.
Yeah, it's kind of almost Victorian. There's almost a steampunk element to it.
Oh.
But because it's all the fantasy kind of creatures, there's these pucks and fairies and stuff, and that kind of it's if you took steampunk and took the steam out and inserted mythical medieval creatures, then that would be Carnival Row.
Mythpunk? I would watch the hell out of Mythpunk.
Mythpunk. Nice.
Yeah. I didn't know I had a genre, but that's my genre.
It's interesting enough to watch. You're not going to be mad that you watched it, but I feel I can't help it. I tend to be super hypercritical of story and character development. So they could have, I think, done a little bit more with that, but it's still
all right. Well, in the chat, Sasha says, "OMG, I love it. It blew me away. Watch it, please."
My wife and I are always looking for more things to watch, so.
Ashley will love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
cool.
the aesthetic, I think she'll do. Yeah. That's his wife's name. Now you all know it.
Oh no.
I actually met his wife at Comic-Con. She was right.
That's right.
She was the one running the room that I just SGU on, and then she went back home and told Matt about it.
Yep.
So I met his wife before him.
Yep.
I didn't know it was his wife.
Yeah, the year before. That's right.
You met the better half.
That is absolutely true.
She's pretty great.
And then Tammy says, Steampunk and Magic. Yes, my mom and older daughter love Carnival Row. All right, so we got some fans in the chat for that show. All right, let's do our last game here, our geeky game, folks, and Francis is going to tell us about it.
That's right. Our last game is Universal Translator, where 2 people will speak in a fictional language, and 2 others will translate it into English. We just need to get a scene suggestion and actual language suggestions from the audience.
Yes, and folks, we mean kind of like geeky languages, right? Like to Klingon or Ewok, Dothraki, Elvish. Anything like that.
I can do that one.
Do you see this Swedish chef?
Yeah.
You can do Swedish chef?
Oh, that needs to be a language. Well, I'm translating.
Oh, that's right. It's Matt and Francis who are doing the languages.
I'll take Swedish. I'll take Swedish chef.
Okay. Swedish chef from the
Binary.
I see Elvish.
And what do you? So Francis, what do you? Binary language from listeners made. Okay.
We actually did. I remember we did.
Oh, how about this? Julie says,
we
got one from Julie already. Let's see if we get somebody else.
Elvish. So
You got Elvish.
thank you very much. Yeah.
So Francis.
Elvish. Trying to do Elvish. Come on, guys.
I don't know. I kind of want to see him do the R2D2 one though.
All right. Okay, good. Let's do it. So we got Matt's gonna be the Swedish chef. Francis is gonna be R2D2, and then we need a scene, folks. What's going on? Where are R2D2 and the Swedish chef? Give us location. Just so I haven't seen them up in a while. The Swedish chef, I know kind of what he sounds like. But was he the one he was a chef, right? He was like cooking stuff.
Yeah, he like has no eyes and a big mustache, and he's like.
Does he have a big chef's hat?
Yeah.
He was the only. He had like people's hands for hands. It was weird.
It's great.
Okay. So Jalou says it's an Iron Chef competition.
Okay.
Oh, he also says Knights Around the Round Table. That could be kind of cool going with our theme for tonight.
Meta.
I mean, we kind of did like a little bit of a night in the last one too, though.
Yeah. Okay, Tammy says the bar in Tatooine, Mos Eisley Cantina.
Most Eisley.
You want to do that? Want to do Mos? Let's do Mos Eisley. I like that.
We're doing Mos Eisley?
Yeah.
All right.
How about there's an Iron Chef competition in Mos Eisley?
Done. That's our scene. Let's go. I want to go to there.
And our secret ingredient is porg.
So, all right. Here we go, folks. So Matt's a Swedish chef. I'm going to translate for him. Francis is R2D2. Jen will translate for him. It is an Iron Chef competition in Mos Eisley Cantina on Tatooine. I guess, Matt, I guess we'll start with you. Hey, did you see that big Wookiee come in?
I saw it. Let me take a drink of my water. Oh God, I'm choking.
Listen, there's a bunch of really scum and villainy here. Don't choke on your water, because someone might try to stab you.
Hey, don't make fun of me for drinking water. You know I had a drinking problem, and I'm 6 months into my program.
Oh,
yes, I'm so sorry. I hear the Jawas have a really good 6-week program for that. Is that where you went?
Yeah, I'm at the part of my program where I got to take on new hobbies, and that's why I'm here, and we're going to do this competition.
Burk.
Right.
Hey, are you going to help me saute this shit, or am I going to have to do it all by myself?
Speaking of shit, go take this bantha poo over here, and it's a great delicacy here on Tatooine. Can you go saute this up, please?
Okay, but I didn't want to use the vodka, but I guess I have to.
All right, listen, no, don't. That's not going to help at all. Just listen. Hey, can you use? Do you have any powers like of the Force, or do you know anybody who can help us out here?
I'm a fucking droid, but this is delicious.
All right, let's stop there. I'm a fucking droid.
How is that?
And then you
How
admitted
is
to
that
being a
not
droid.
fair?
You admitted to being a droid and they kicked
Did
you
I
out.
ruin the scene?
No, it's perfect.
I'm sorry.
I thought it was so good. No, I like to stop at a really good line. That's why I usually try to stop it.
I'm just upset because they don't let droids in there. So
That's true. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Actually, after
know.
the original trilogy, as you can see from, what was it, Mandalorian?
Oh
they
yeah.
ease
It's
up on that
run by a
restriction a
freaking
little bit.
droid.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
That's good. I guess.
I just have my
Come on, y'all, pay attention.
favorite line in the entire series takes place in that bar, which is I don't like you either.
That's the line. That's the one line.
The guy whose friend gets his arm cut off.
Oh, you mean? Wait.
My friend doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I don't like you
Okay,
either.
that's right.
I say that
We're wanted men.
all the time.
Right.
I don't know why. That is my favorite line. I don't like you either.
Oh, Scorpio says, I didn't even think about this. Probably the same bantha poo that Jar Jar stepped in makes it gourmet. Okay, exactly.
Oh, Misas.
I hate Jar Jar.
Okay.
No, how do you take bantha poo and make it worse? You add a little Jar Jar. There you go. All right.
All right. Thank you, folks. Thank you for those suggestions in the chat. All right, so folks, we are going to do after hours after this in just a few minutes. So if you're, oh boy, all right, settle down.
Our OnlyFans channel. Oh, wait.
This is where I start doing foot stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Well, at least not butt stuff, so that's good. It's fine.
Jeff's membership views just went through the roof.
That's right. Thank you, Jeff.
Record-breaking annual subscriptions. What?
Oh yeah, Drew just said, "Oh my, foot stuff." Oh wait, Francis, do it.
Yet again, I referenced the fact that I was a classically trained theater. I did Shakespeare. I did music.
And all you want is your feet.
You're like
the moneymakers right here.
Oh, the vapors.
You got the vapors? Is that what you're saying?
Anytime I see the vapors.
Was my pinky indecent?
So, folks, if you want to see like her calf, go to After Hours.
Wait, I didn't sign up for that.
Hey, she doesn't go above the ankle, all right?
Yeah.
Victorian rules here, Bob.
What kind of rules?
Victorian.
Oh, sorry, yes, okay.
Go above the ankle.
Yeah. No wrist, no calf.
And then in the chat, Tammy says, "Subscribe now for butt stuff." That's right.
Yeah, that's the highest tier. The highest tier is butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
That I should add that as a tier.
Yeah, with the rainbows and stars.
No, the problem is that like the rule for butt stuff is like if you put it up, someone gonna buy it.
Well, exactly.
I know. So okay, we got listeners. May says, "I'd pay money to see Jen take a pie in the face." Just so you know, he always wants to see people get hit in the pie in the face. So he wants Francis and I to do
Wait,
that.
so I'm not special?
That's
I'm
a weird
sorry,
fetish.
but you would pay.
You are
He
special.
wants us to do it for free. He would pay money for you.
Yes.
So you are special.
Yeah.
Wait, and that's $3 signs. So
Right.
that's
we never got $3.
That's more expensive than the restaurants I go to.
I just hope I'm not being insulted right now, but if I am,
you're
I
not at
probably
all. It's actually a
deserve it,
compliment.
so.
He loves the Three Stooges stuff, so that's a compliment. He thinks you're good enough to be in a soft comedy.
I have peaked.
And Jalou says,
And
foot
now
fetish
we
play
got-
is serious business. Not every foot is classy enough to be in a foot fetish video.
That's true. That's true.
Well, knowing the state of my pedicure right now, we're probably not there.
Well,
That's the true casualty in COVID is foot fetish videos. Who knew?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, folks, wait. Let's give some links out for these guys again. Jen, where can they find Knights of the Roll Table?
At Rolled Table on Instagram and Twitter, and we are on the Facebook as well. Matt has just been so gracious to share it in the chat. And we are on all of your streaming platforms. You name it, we'll come find you there.
Oh, that was not disturbing at all. All right.
That's a threat.
Little ASMR for you guys.
Yeah,
We're doing ASMR D&D. And now I'm going to roll this die. Oh.
Is that This is a genre I don't know yet.
I
don't know
only know
ASMR?
about it because it came up last year at Dragoncon.
Oh,
Super
you got-
Geeked Up.
You got an internet rabbit hole to go down there.
Don't
Jen.
go down the ASMR rabbit hole. No, don't do that.
We'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
Sasha says,
Yeah.
none of that painted nail smut in the chat.
Man, damn.
Oh no. We are better than that.
All right, Francis, where can they catch you?
You can catch me outside. How about that? You can find me on searsarcasm.net, aka the other guy, for Twitter and Instagram, where I post pictures of my hair as I comb it and when I do not comb it.
Ooh, exciting stuff.
But no feet. That's only on his OnlyFans.
No feet. No, yeah. You have to pay. It's $3 per month for my feet pictures and OnlyFans. So check that out.
Okay, folks, supergeekedup.com and at supergeekedup, of course, where you can follow all us, or me and Francis, and when we do the show. We really appreciate it. And again, here is where you can. So.
Do it.
Patreon.com/supergeekedup, and that's actually where you can go to watch After Hours right after this. Just give me a few minutes to set the stream up, and head on over there, and you can watch. And we're gonna be talking about, like our favorite dragons and other mythical characters from fictional stuff.
Our favorite dragons. If we talk.
It's good.
Yeah.
Keep doing that on the After Hours, man.
I mean, I'm gonna save that for the premium.
You should.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
should.
Yeah. I'll give mine away
But I'll
for free,
do
but
it.
Jen charges.
Yeah.
So.
No, mine's real good.
Yeah. Yes.
It's real good.
Oh my goodness. All right, folks. Well, hey, if you want
That's
more
it.
of that,
That's
folks,
sick.
Patreon, $3 or more. $3 or more.
$15 a month.
Anyway, thank you so much to Matt and Jen for coming on again and being so much fun as always.
Thank you for having us.
Sasha just did meow in the chat. All right. And thank you to Francis, of course. And all of you guys, thank you for watching. We really appreciate you. And hopefully see a few of you over at After Hours in a few minutes. And if not, we'll see you next week, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. And until then, stay geeky, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.